you talk about it, you know.
I wish we could do that, but it's not like I'm not sure who would come over and do it. Maybe Cameron, but also at the same time, I guess you're swinging the mic back and forth. But I don't know. Right now, this works.
It works good.
Yeah, it's fine for the moment.
Yep.
All right, we should be back. Yeah, I mean, got some got some news, got some things to talk about. So we will be taking a look at that. And yeah, this should be interesting. Oh, what did I name this? Part 4. It's part 2, but that's fine. Alright, there we go. Got Tom Pelissero here. Yeah, so Charvarius Ward with the Colts on a 3-year, $60 million deal. Not at all what I was expecting Charvarius Ward to get, but again, I like Charvarius Ward. I think he has the potential to be probably one of the better um, cornerbacks out of this class for this year. And then you're looking at Nate Hobbs, and you have Bobby Brown, Cody Barnes, and lesser names. But one that I do want to pull up is Darren Wolfson. I think he might not have posted it, but we're gonna pull up. Yeah, so 34 minutes ago, Allen just got in. So he's pretty plugged in. Yeah, here it is. Vikings are, nope, not what I was looking for. Will Fry's free agency decision should come soon per D Wolfson. I don't expect him to remain on the board a ton longer. So that's kind of where we're at with the Will Fry situation. He's an interesting target for the Vikings, looking to bring in somebody there. Visit with the Vikings is happening right now. The veteran defensive tackle is in the building as of 19 minutes ago, as Wolfson has said. And that's interesting because there's been rumors that he has wanted to be a Viking and that the Vikings want him. So we'll see where that leads. Byron Murphy is still in play for the Vikings. Per Alec Lewis, Murphy is a major priority for Minnesota, although Murphy has many suitors. Yeah, I mean, I still think that's a Raiders pick up there. The Raiders need help. They need more help than the Vikings probably do at corner, even at this point, which is saying a lot. And I think that this is it's a tough situation because of all the money we're seeing. Travarius Ward at 20 million is insane, so it'll be interesting to see if Murphy gets what he wants from Minnesota or from another team. And then you have the trade, Eagles trading Kenny Pickett, the hometown kid, to the Browns for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 5th-round pick. I would expect then that Kenny Pickett probably starts this season for the Browns and Kirk Cousins is no longer in play as a starter there. Pickett was grew up an Eagles fan, now started as one of the Super Bowl, and that's a pretty interesting situation. But here's another one. Offensive guard Will Fries, whom the Vikings are interested in, is expected to make a decision soon. Don't expect him to remain on the board too much longer. And he comments, no clue when his official decision comes. Did say, I don't expect him to remain on the board a ton longer. So it sounds like Minnesota is in contact with him. They're at least having some sort of conversations to this point, and that Minnesota needs to probably make a move here on him or another guard if that is where they choose to go. If the Vikings somehow walked out with a combo of Javon Holland, Byron Murphy, and Jonathan Allen and Will Fries, I may very well drive my but from California, Minnesota, just to personally kiss the proverbial ring that Kwesi will be donning come February of next year. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with that as well. Um, Other than that, again, we're kind of running into not a lot of news. Yeah, the war deal's pretty big. Josh Dobbs goes to New England. Um, Vikings have signed a safety, but maybe not the one you were expecting. It's Bubba Bolden. Interesting. Chargers announced contract extensions for Bradley Bozeman and punter J.K. Scott. So a couple of guys there. And then not a whole lot else going on at the moment. I do like the Ward pickup for the Colts. Let's look at that defense that really needed some help. And I like this pickup for the sole fact that, yeah, Ward didn't play well last year. His daughter passed away at some point throughout the season, which is extremely sad. And he was looking to leave San Francisco, it sounded like, even before the season ended, just need to get away. And he is going to be a lot better than this, I feel like, this season. Look at this. He's been pretty good throughout his career, especially the past couple years. So, and he's only 29. I'd anticipate him to still play at a pretty high level. And then that allows Kenny Moore to play the slot. They have Juju Brents and a ton of other guys. Now adding Bynum, pairing him with Nick Cross, and a decent defensive interior, decent defense in general over here. Now I think you have to start looking more towards what's going to happen at the offense position. Jonathan Taylor is a much better running back than whatever this is. I'm not sure how PFF ranks running backs, though. But you have Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Michael Pittman Jr. I think Tyler Warren's in play, Colson Loveland's in play at tight end. And then maybe building off of this, getting another guard or center, depending on where they want to go in the draft. But give Anthony Richardson no reason to not be good this season, and that defense, I think, is going to be a big step up. There was another one that I wanted to look at. Not Bubba Bolden. Not Bozeman. Maybe it's that Patriots defense again I want to look at. So now kind of looking at this new look Patriots defense. They're a lot different than they were at the beginning of the day. They have Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Keon White, Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis, Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar, and Jawan Bentley. This is a much different team than what we've seen just even at the beginning of the day or beginning of the week. They've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different guys to this team. Or is it? This isn't even Jonathan Jones. This is Marcus Jones. My bad. I knew Jonathan Jones was a free agent. Then that offensive line adding Morgan Moses was pretty big. I still wouldn't be surprised if this is a Will Fry situation here, where you could see him get signed, or you could see one of the other guys in free agency, like a Ryan Kelly, even wouldn't surprise me entirely. Just looking to see. Other than baseball news, Garrett Cole is having Tommy John surgery tomorrow. The Yankees have announced, so he will be out for the season, and it's a big blow to the Yankees. This is not a baseball podcast, though, today. For now, this is a football podcast. And people are kind of freaking out that they want that Byron Murphy is kind of a priority now for the Vikings, and I can't really disagree. I mean, Minnesota's going to need Byron Murphy here, and they're going to need him quick. I think what we're going to do quick is we're just going to... Don't take me down. It's okay. You're alright, YouTube. Calm down. Oh, no. Yep, we're good. Don't take it off the air. Don't take me down. But yeah, I mean, a lot of free agents still available. The corner market, however, has kind of fallen from where it was earlier today, which is, I think, what's kind of scary. We're going to share this on X. Today, which is, I think, what's kind of scary. We're gonna share this on X. Yeah, we're gonna turn that. yeah, so a lot of things to be looking at right now. So let's look at some of the people that are left on the board for the Vikings and other teams, of course, not just the Vikings. Um, Cornerback here. It's been kind of a slower day than I thought. A lot of the corners are gone though. Carlton Davis, Paulson Adebo, Nate Hobbs, DJ Reed, and the fact that Green Bay only paid similar value, they only paid 4 million less for Nate Hobbs and DJ Reed is kind of not great. And Paulson Adebo even got more than DJ Reed, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. DJ Reed has proven to be better than both of them. I know that he's older, but it still is shocking. You have Brandon Stevenson, Isaiah Rodgers being one of the cheaper ones is kind of a nice move by the Vikings. Dante Jackson and Jordan Lewis are who are off the board. Now it's Charvarius Ward. So there's Jonathan Jones, like we saw earlier. Jeff Okuda seems to be on the Vikings radar right now. Kendall Fuller. You have Rasul Douglas, Mike Hilton, a great slot cornerback. You have Mike Hughes, Christian Fulton's another guy that I have looked at and kind of liked maybe coming out here. Asante Samuel Jr. is another one that I think people need to start looking at. His market value right now too is at 11.5. So who knows what that looks like compared to a guy like Byron Murphy or to a guy like DJ Reed, because Byron Murphy was projected 22. That's insane. So I think Asante Samuel would be kind of a nice pickup for the Vikings if they don't get Byron Murphy and they swing and miss there. Maybe you do a combination of Samuel and Okuda or Samuel and Mike Hilton, and you kind of run a rotation out there with Blackman and Rodgers. But we'll see. I'm not too I know Byron Murphy played extremely well for the Vikings this year, but I do like Asante Samuel Jr. I like Christian Fulton. And Fulton's market, I think, is even less than Samuel's, is at 3.4. I mean, if we look at what he did. Oh. Christian Fulton this season. What's going on? Yeah, Daniel Jones. See what's going on. Yeah, Christian Fulton does well against the run, decent against the pass. He's about 5'11", so you'd be running out a ton of shorter corners, which is the same problem if you run out well, I guess how tall's Byron Murphy? Byron Murphy's 5'11", so it's not any different. And then if you look at Asante Samuel Jr., he's about 5'10", 180. So, yeah, I have to think Byron Murphy will command more than 20 million per year after seeing Charvarius Ward. Carlton Davis reached that mark. Will the Vikings be willing to be that high? Some say they might not have a choice. I don't think they do. I think you go Asante Samuel or you go a different route for sure. And I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's get back at it. Let's look at what's going on. Just had to go talk with my family quick and run to the restroom, so I am back. Yeah, so, man. Nothing. Not sure Byron Murphy is what everybody wants to call like, last ditch decision, whatever you want to say it is. It definitely is not. Like I've said before, you have Asante Samuel. I think Minnesota can do well with him. I think Christian Fulton. I think Jeff Okuda. I think there's so many people that are still available to this team that we are just overlooking, and on the market that people are just overlooking in general. So Charvarius Ward, though, being the big one that is now gone. Yeah, there's just not a lot going on. So I understand that we want Byron Murphy back. I want Byron Murphy back. But if he was already going to get 22, and now all these other teams are giving out ludicrous offers, I'm not sure he's back at 22. Yeah, so maybe Will Fries is in the future. I'm not sure if I'm seeing stuff that's real or fake. I am not going to say anything until I see that it is real, and then I'll pull it up. But Schefter? Oh, here we go. Now Will Fries, but big in the sense of maybe he comes to Minnesota, and I want to see these Vikings do something here. So the Rams are planning to release wide receiver Cooper Kupp after the start of the new league year unless a trade materializes. I'm sure that's not going to happen. I'm not sure there's a team that wants Cooper Kupp. I'm not sure there is a chance that a team wants Cooper Kupp. So I think he just ends up getting released. Like, not that the team doesn't want him, just not at the money that he's at. There's not a team that's going to be able to pay that money. Whatever. The Vikings will spend the $60 million. It's not like they forgot about today, lol. Will be up to you to decide if you like the players they sign, but let's not act like they'd be all that happy with some of these overpay deals like Aaron Banks and Javon Kinlaw. Yeah, there's not much else I can add onto that. Like, Minnesota can't go giving Aaron Banks 21, 22 million for one season and then be like, yeah, we want to still, wow, Schefter's coming out with some news. Be fine with everything. The Browns have notified the defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson that he will be released at the start of the new league year. Tomlinson will be designated as a post-June 1st cut, but can officially sign with a new team at the start of the league year on Wednesday. All right, that's an option for the Vikings. I think, was he here during? Yeah, I think he was here during Kwesi and O'Connell's last year. He came in under the Spielman regime. So that is a pick to watch out for on the Vikings. I'm just drinking some nice water. But yeah, that's a pretty that could be a nice pick up there. So again, that's just another name getting added into the pool of guys that are going to still be there for the Vikings on the defensive interior. Now, do I want Jonathan Allen? Heck yeah. Do I want Will Fries? Heck yeah. Do I want Cooper Kupp? Heck yeah. Do I want all these guys? Heck yeah. But it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. And I need to see what this Will Fries contract will look like before I say I want him or not. Obviously, I'm not in those discussions, but I need to see it. And I think Minnesota can get Cooper Kupp on the minimum. Minnesota's going to need somebody while Jordan Addison gets through his suspension. So we'll see. Yeah, Vikings quarterbacks, whatever. Skip through that. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. Let's see if there's anybody posting anything. Again, I'm looking on my phone. It's easier for me to look on here because I have things from other people that I already follow and I trust a little bit more. Just waiting. Hopefully we get some people in here at some point. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure Will Fries was expecting to be open this late or be like this late in the day. But he is. He is still around. And I'm not sure that's really what he was expecting. Not sure that's what many teams were expecting. But we'll see. Um, yeah, I've sat here for a long time today. But we've seen Sam Darnold go, Cam Bynum go, DJ Reed go. We've seen a lot of guys get signed off the boards right now. And I don't expect there to be a shortage of people getting signed. I'm expecting more to be coming. Dolphins signing QB Zach Wilson. There it is. Sources: former Broncos quarterback Zach Wilson reached an agreement on a 1-year, $6 million full and guaranteed deal that could go to $10 million with the Miami Dolphins. Good for Zach Wilson going down to Miami. Yeah, I guess I don't dislike it. I mean, there's nothing to dislike. Miami needs a solid backup. He learns behind Tua, sits for a season, maybe goes and gets a deal next year. Maybe starts this year and plays well if Tua gets hurt, which seems like usually happens. So, not that I'm hoping that. I'm just saying it's just a fact that it seems like once a year, whether it's one thing or another, he's getting hurt. And defensive lineman Teair Tart and the Chargers have agreed on a 1-year deal worth up to $5.5 million. Deal negotiated by Drew Rosenhaus and Mark Goodhart. Nice deal there for the Chargers. Bringing back some interior defensive line help. Yeah, so a watch list here from Case, very sad Vikings fan. You got Will Fries, Kevin Zeitler, James Daniels, Mekhi Becton. Yeah, there's a ton of guys. And then DBs, Javon Holland, Asante Samuel, Rasul Douglas, Byron Murphy, Javon Holland, Justin Reed. And the D-line, Treshaun Wharton, Jonathan Allen, and Derek Nottie. So there's a ton of guys left. It's not like we're not seeing people there. And now you have Dalvin Tomlinson who got released. Now is there a big nose tackle? No, but maybe that's what Minnesota needs to focus on in the draft then. Is maybe trading back and getting Deion Walker or getting Kenneth Grant if he falls, or just looking and seeing what you can get. I mean, I would still look at being in on Tyler Booker. Maybe you get a second round pick and you take Tyler Booker in the second if he falls because of what happened during the combine, or maybe you take another guard like a Tate Ratledge or there's so many routes this team can go. Now I really just don't want Garrett Bradbury here next year, but also that's not my decision. But I hope so. I'd like to see Ryan Kelly, maybe Will Fries, or Ryan Kelly and a ton of other guys like Shaq Mason and James Daniels. You never know. There's always options. Yeah, I mean, I'd be expecting a Jonathan Allen deal at some point today. Let's see if we can get a Darren Wolfson response. We'll see if we can get a response from him there. Probably not, but you never know. Where to post that? All right, well, not a whole lot moving at the moment on the market. This one sucks. Um, oh, it's not up. Okay, it's from. Yeah, this one sucks. Give it. Come on. Tashon Wharton to the Panthers for 3 years and more than 54 million, more than 67% guaranteed. Big defensive day for Carolina. They move up. They miss out on Milton Williams and they pivot to Tashon Wharton. So what is that? 54, divide that by 3. Gonna be a pretty big deal here. 18 million a year. Holy smokes. Yep. I'm out. I'm out. That interior defensive line market's getting a little heavy. A little heavy. Yeah, they're overpaying everybody right now. Yep, Jonathan Allen, come on down. Give me Dalvin Tomlinson. Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to draft somebody. It's looking like right now. There's just no way that you can pick a defensive interior lineman at this point. This is an insane market. $18 million for Tashon Wharton is insane. Like, I'm not sure who they're trying to, like, what are they looking at there? He doesn't particularly play the run well if we look at his numbers. Now, I wanted Tashon Wharton. I'm not going to lie. Not at 18. Not at 18 million a year. Like, I like Tashon Wharton as a player. I think he's a great player. But that pass rush is where you're getting the value. There's no run defense. There's none. He doesn't stop the run at all. He rushes the passer, doesn't stop the run. Sorry, it is what it is. It's yeah, and to get 18 million off of that, that's insane. That's insane money. Now, I like what Minnesota's doing. They're not overpaying for guys right now. Yeah, nothing really at the moment. I mean, Malik Harrison to the Steelers, but I'm not sure anybody really. Sorry if you're a Steelers fan and your big thing was Malik Harrison, but yeah. Yeah, the fact that he's getting about, I guess he's getting 8 million less than what than what um yeah, I don't know. Oh, Paula Hampton. Come on. Come on, Paul. Don't do that. An hour ago. No. Yeah. Nothing. What did he say? Yep, nothing. I'm not sure who this Paula Hampton guy is. Um, yeah, it looks like it's more just kind of a parody. So, it got me. Oh well. Boom, baby. That's what we're talking about. Come on, Adam. Give me it. Give me it. That's true. Adam Schefter, Ryan Kelly has reached a deal. 2 years, 19. Love that. Love that. Great move by the Vikings there. Getting Ryan Kelly to come. That means Garrett Bradbury's gone. You're going to free up the cap space. I love that move by the Vikings. Bring in Ryan Kelly. Maybe now you're bringing in Will Fries. Who knows? Bring in his former teammate. Or go cheaper on the offensive line with James Daniels and Shaq Mason. I am perfectly fine with that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ryan Kelly to the Vikings. Love it. Love it. I think I predicted that one. Again, Vikings homer, but you got to love it. That's a beautiful move.